Poducer.
We're live, baby.
Let's get it.
Yo, we need to like think of like a, not that we need to talk about like but like, and I can edit wherever. I'm just letting you know that from the start. But
Obviously.
like, we should have like a name for ourselves, like the laid off, the fired squad.
I have really been making my brand like the unemployed friend right
Yeah.
now because I mean, yeah, I'm living those vibes, like 2 p.m. type shit. Like, let's go to the beach. Like,
Well, it's been so nice.
it's been so nice. And even when it was gray, I was like, okay, I've been busy, dude. Like, I've been going out. Like, I've been working, like, all those collaborations that I've been putting off forever. Like, I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, it's 11 a.m. on a Monday.
I honestly like, so just full disclosure so people know what we're talking about.
Right.
We both worked at the same company where I don't know if we should name it or not, but anyway, we worked at a company and we got laid off together on the same day.
Absolutely.
And it was
Trauma bonded.
We were trauma bound after that. So, yeah, I don't know what our like duo name would be. Trauma Bond actually.
Trauma Bond is
that's
pretty
a
good. Yeah.
like album title.
Yeah.
Or
it sounds a little culty too. Like when I hear Bond, like I think like Blood Bond.
Yeah.
So I think
For sure.
it's pretty good.
Okay, let's get into it.
Let's go.
Let's do it. So I always start out this show the same way, and that is with a question about your first concert. What was your first concert?
No.
Oh, is it embarrassing?
It's embarrassing. Well,
Was it the Wiggles?
no, it's worse.
What?
I'm trying to think because it's either one or the other. One was a little less embarrassing. I'll share that one first.
Okay.
It might have been Metro Station. Do you know Metro Station?
Shake It?
Yeah, bro. Metro Station's lit. I'm sorry, but they are.
Brian likes Metro Station. Also, this is a first of many.
Station.
Wait, hold on. I gotta just say this. First female on the podcast.
Let's go.
It's not International Women's Month anymore.
It's
Was that a
the
month or a
year.
day? Is it the year?
It's a month.
It's a month,
But
yeah.
now it's the year.
Is it actually the year?
Jerry,
I would have been fine with it. But okay,
That's awesome. I'm glad.
big first. Shout out Mila.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the other first is that Ryan is our guy on the button today, and
Yeah, Ryan.
yeah, buddy, yeah,
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, so back to your first concert,
Yes.
Metro Station.
Right. So, yeah, it was a free show at Six Flags way back when
Nice.
that was like the shit. So I think that was my first concert. But like, it kind of, I don't know, because it was free and it was like, it wasn't planned.
You didn't go for Metro Station.
No, we were just,
were just
there,
there.
and then they were there. So me and my cousins were like, fuck yeah, like let's go. So I kind of don't count it. So I guess my first like real one was JB, baby.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it was Justin Bieber, 6th grade. One of my best friends' moms paid for the ticket. It was kind of far. It was like in some weird like rural place in Illinois. Like we had to like stay in a hotel, but it was lit because like in 6th grade, like staying in a hotel with like some of your friends, like her mom was so cool, dude. Like she got
was
us
a cool mom.
hell yeah, she was. Like imagine like getting your freaking kid and like her friends like Justin Bieber tickets and then taking them to a hotel and then also buying them dinner. Like she took us out to like a nice dinner. It was so fucking cool. And yeah, that concert I was thinking about that concert for like months after it happened. I was just like, bro, he like saw me. Like I was so far in the crowd. Like I was like nosebleeds, but I just swore that we met eyes.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he was like, baby.
No,
baby.
literally.
And you were like,
I
"It's
know.
me."
And then Jerry was like, oh my God, I can't leave. Like we made eye contact. Like he doesn't even know my name. Like, bro, like the one that got away for real.
Also, was this like child Bieber or was this
Yeah,
like,
because if I was in 6th grade, this was baby era. That was first album era.
yeah,
For sure.
when he was like his voice was noticeably higher,
Yes.
but also still so good.
Yeah. But honestly, I got over it kind of fast. I was only like hardcore fan for like a few months, maybe a year. But
Was this this was like an arena?
yeah,
Situation.
huge arena.
Yeah.
Again, don't remember. I wish I remembered where it was, but
Like Rosemont or
yeah,
something like
that kind of level. And I
Yeah.
swear we were like the back row,
Yeah,
like the absolute last. But it was still so fun.
for sure.
Yeah. Wait, what was your first concert?
Oh no, we don't talk about that.
no!
I've already talked about
Can I
it.
know
Embarrassed.
Paul's?
Paul. Oh, Ryan.
Oh my god, I've been going to
Paul.
Paul. Do I look like a Paul guy?
No, just
Ryan, you could be a Paul.
it's
I do have Paul vibes.
It's just because you're dressed really nice.
That's true. I'm
Ryan-
Paul now.
Ryan is
fucking
biz
sorry, dude.
cash. That's so funny.
All right, well, we're ending the podcast here. I gotta
first
go.
concert. I'll give
Wait,
Yeah.
Ryan, yeah.
So,
let's hear it.
Green Day, American Idiot Tour 2004.
Wow.
That's lit.
Yeah.
How old were you?
11?
Whoa.
I wish I was that cool.
Right.
That's fucking right.
Yeah, I bet.
What?
A lot of people do.
What did you go with your family? Did
Well, my
you-
dad, because my dad, so we lived in San Francisco back in the
Okay.
90s.
Wait,
so you know, he likes to
I'm
get
sorry.
down.
I'm sorry. I've known Ryan for a long time.
You didn't know this?
I didn't know that you lived in San Francisco.
Born in San Francisco, dude.
What?
Yeah, sir.
Wow.
that is- I did not. This is what the podcast does: is you talk about things that you would have never randomly talked about. So,
That's
okay,
crazy.
interesting.
Yeah.
So you lived
Yeah.
in San Francisco for how? Now this is a podcast about
Right,
Ryan.
right,
Yeah, we can-
right.
get an education.
No,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, 2 years.
Okay.
Then back to Chicago. Yeah, I could have had it all, guys. I could have been tan. I could have
Yeah.
longboarded.
You have a good tan, honestly.
That's true. That's Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just went
That's
to
lit.
Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was
How
fun.
was it?
It was lit.
You loved it?
It was fun. Yeah.
I need to go again because I went for a festival, so I couldn't really like.
You went for EDC?
No, I went for when we were young.
Oh.
The emo festival
Hell
with
yeah.
all the
Oh,
throwback
wait.
Hell
bands.
yeah.
Is that one that was super hyped up?
Yeah, that people thought was gonna be like Firefly.
Fake?
Yeah.
Wait,
It,
Firefest.
Yeah.
Firefly is like that
The
phone that has
phones.
like 3 buttons.
yeah.
They're like, I can call home and I can call my grandma.
They look. They looked so cool though.
Did they?
I thought they did it as a kid. I just
Yeah.
wanted a phone so bad. Probably.
You just wanted something. Yeah. no,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
wait, okay, a couple things here.
Yeah.
How was that festival? Because
It
that
was so well. It was good and bad. The sound was shit, but it was.
Oh, really?
But the vibes were immaculate. You know,
Mm.
because you're there with everyone else who grew up on that music, and it was honestly a lot of older people, a little bit older than me. Maybe like oldest was like 40s, and then like the age range was probably like 28 to 40-year-olds. And I'm 25, so just like slightly older than me.
it's like me and Ryan, we're like ancient.
You guys are like the early end of that spectrum, but yeah.
That's true. We were the start of it.
Yeah, literally. And so like, yeah, people weren't moshing, like they're a little older, so they like didn't have the same energy, It was
I
like-
remember. I feel like Ryan, you were the one that told me about that, and I saw the lineup, and I was like, "This is insane
The
that they
lineup was
got
crazy.
all these people
Yeah.
together." That
Yeah,
was one
yeah.
of those COVID angsty, like we just got to get out there and play a show, and then they organized a crazy lineup.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and they
yeah.
made it work. I mean, Avril Lavigne didn't show up for the day that I worked. Well, so did you guys like keep up with the drama?
no,
So it was I think there was a Friday show, a Saturday show, and then the next week another Saturday show. So weird, right?
That's weird,
Also
yeah.
same lineup every single day. Also weird.
what?
Yeah. So like what were these artists doing in that week between like they had to like, I don't know, did they have to stay in Las Vegas?
that
I
sounds
don't know.
weirdly Vegas though. At the same time,
Right.
It's like
I
a
don't know. It was
residency.
so weird. And that's another reason people thought it was fake. But we got it for the last possible day. So the weekend before, what happened was I think Friday went fine. No, I can't remember. Yeah, I think Friday was fine. And then Saturday, or maybe it was Saturday, Sunday. It doesn't matter. The second day, there was this crazy windstorm. So they had to cancel it. and they were issuing refunds for people's like tickets for the festival ticket,
Yeah.
but like people's flights, people's hotels,
Yeah,
like
you're
it
out
was
there.
expensive. So it was just a
Yeah.
bunch of like mad emo people like out in the streets and hanging out, and like some of the bands threw some free shows like here and there, so some people were still able to catch like some of the people that they wanted to see. But anyway, that just kind of left us like, we're still like, oh, I still don't know if it's gonna happen. Like we've seen it work out for a day, we've seen it be canceled for a day, so we were like nervous like pulling up, but then it was fine.
Yeah, I feel like you got to go back to Vegas for the separate
Yeah.
Vegas thing.
Yeah, did you gamble?
I'm not a gambler.
So what'd
I
you-
did
so
gamble
what'd you
a little
do?
bit. We saw some shows. I'm like they have a lot of the best DJs or
DJ Pauly D, please.
we had reservations to see DJ Pauly D.
and you didn't.
wish.
but we were dead. We saw like a couple other DJs.
Jerry.
I know, we
no
saw-
one else matters.
I kind of I think we
No, I'm
kind
sure
of
there's
fucked
good
it.
ones.
I don't know.
I'm sure there's good ones.
But no, I would definitely throw down for DJ
Yeah,
Pauly D. Are you kidding me?
I would go feral probably
Yeah.
just for the whole experience.
Yeah, the hair.
Yeah.
It's just like every day he does that. Like imagine catching DJ Pauly or just Pauly D without his hair
I
like
think
that.
about that
You'd
all
be
the
like,
time.
what? You would not.
It looks bad.
know.
Like you see it a little bit in an episode of Jersey Shore, like
Oh,
him
really?
before because he just got out of the shower or something.
like the first episode where he's doing
yeah.
it. Oh.
And so it's like it's actually his hair's pretty curly and like wavy.
Oh.
So it looks wild, like with no gel in it.
that
It's like,
kind of makes sense. Even with his hair up like that, it seems like there's like curls trying to get out.
He has thick hair.
I understand this because speaking of like emo music, like I would always try to get my hair to be straight
You're
down.
emo Jerry.
I don't know about like not like full emo, like kind of like skater.
Okay.
Yeah, I would try to do it and like it just would start curling and then it can't curl. You know what I mean? It's got to be straight.
Yeah. Humidity was
No.
the devil. No,
Yeah.
I know, cause same.
Yeah, you have curly hair too.
Yeah, and I would also straighten the fuck out of it. I was
See, I didn't know
emo
what
scene.
I didn't straighten it.
Oh,
I didn't do the gel. That's why I'm saying I'm not full emo. Like I tried to do it.
I need to see pictures now.
Yeah.
'Cause I just,
No, I
like-
can dig some up. Okay, thank you for that, look into some concert experiences
Yeah.
because that's a big thing
Yeah.
on this show. But I wanted to ask you, I feel like this is going to be a big education for me because like you do a lot of like Spanish speaking
Yeah, I'll
that
have to
I
translate
do not
a little.
understand.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it sounds so cool though. But
Yeah.
like Mila La Morena, what
Yeah.
does that mean?
So that means the brown girl. La Morena means the brown girl.
Dude, I took so many years of Spanish. I
You
knew-
didn't? Wait, did you not know that then?
No, I definitely like now that it like clicked.
Oh,
I
you're
was
like,
like,
oh, yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
no, I mean all of that Spanish just like went out the window.
Interesting.
I was in an airport
Uh-huh.
like coming back from Greece,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not like a world traveler or anything. Like I'm Greek, my family's from Greece,
Slay.
so we went there. But we were in the Madrid airport, and I was like, I'll go talk to the people. I know how to talk. Got to the like kiosk and just immediately was like, hola, and then I was just like, do you know how to get to the city?
In English?
Yeah, like immediately, like very quickly English.
But they probably like
The people in the
understood you.
airport knew how to speak English, luckily,
Yeah.
for the most part.
I think most of the time people in airports speak English.
I mean, you'll find the guy that like knows. And,
Yeah. Usually you find at least someone.
But it's just like, anyway, I'm just saying that I feel like it'll be a little bit of an education.
Yeah. Some of the songs, if you have any questions, I got
Yeah.
you. I
Yeah.
got you.
So, I mean, we don't have to like really unpack this too much if you don't want to, but
Mm-hmm.
like the brown girl.
Yeah. So, specifically like La Morena, I was just thinking of because obviously thinking of an artist name and stuff. I didn't want to do like my real name because I felt like it was a persona. So there's this like my dad's side is from Veracruz, which is a part of Mexico that's kind of like coastal. So it's by the water and stuff, and a lot of people are darker because they're like on the beach. And so there's this song from Veracruz called La Morena. And I was like listening to it on the way to Colombia, and I was like, Mila La Morena. It's like people call me Mila La sometimes. Mila La La or whatever. Like
as many
no,
laws.
literally, like in high school, we would just come up with fucking nicknames for each other. But anyway, so I don't know. It was like literally like me listening to that song and I was like, oh my God, I love how it flows. I love the alliteration and like the repetitiveness of like the
Yeah.
yeah. I just
Well,
thought it was nice to say.
Let's talk Mexico for a second because
Yeah.
me and Andy, my girlfriend, went to Mexico and
Where'd
we
you go?
went to Chichen Itza and that was just like such an experience for
Beautiful,
me. I literally
yeah.
love Mexico.
Yeah,
But
dude.
obviously being me going to Mexico, it's just a different experience. I don't get the like locals only spots and everything. So like
Yeah.
I'm just curious how, often do you go to Mexico and also like I don't know, just like what's that life like out there? Do you have family there
Yeah. So my dad has lived there my whole life. My parents were never really together in my lifetime.
still? Me neither.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Slay.
This is where we get
That's
deep.
trauma bond,
Trauma
baby.
bond.
Let's go.
That's what this episode's gonna be.
Yes, we're gonna love that.
100%. Yeah.
So anyway, kind of in like my high school years, I started like visiting him a little more regularly. And now that my dad's been like helping me a little more with my music, now I go like 3-4 times a year. Because he works in music distribution in Mexico. So yeah, now I'm just like collaborating a lot more with Mexican artists and producers. So there's just
Nice.
and photographers. So there's just like more of a reason for me to like go out there and like get some stuff done, write some music and get in the studio and stuff. But if
Yeah.
you go again, dude, go to Mexico City. And right now, like it's so hipstery, like you would get around just fine.
Really?
Yeah, and if you need like specific areas to like stay, Roma's cool, La Condesa, like
Yo,
very-
can I just like straight up go with you?
dude, I'm trying to like bring out my friends right now. In my next trip, like I think I'm gonna take one of my producer friends and one of my artists. You remember Caro Chiona?
She worked
She worked at our company.
which must not be spoken.
Yeah.
Voldemort?
We
No,
need,
I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
we need a code name.
First of all, we like the company, but we just
Yeah.
are sad that we got fired.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, I remember her. She does
Yeah.
drops with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want to take her so we can all kind of like mass collaborate with like the Mexican artists and they can collaborate with us because they're so fucking talented and it's equally hard for them to like spread their name to like the United States. I just think it would be just such a beneficial thing. But in general, like I love Mexico City so much and it feels like my second home. So I'm always like trying to bring people and like I have so many places and like my dad like is just so down to like help me like have a place for people to stay and stuff. So and I just know so much of the city like so I just want to like show everyone it.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
totally feel that. I would love to go.
Yeah.
Since we brought up drops,
Yeah.
can we go into
Yeah,
that?
go
Because
ahead.
that was one of the main things I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah.
Which is if I could just take a stab at it, it's like a company that is putting on shows in the city.
Yeah.
And this is where I give you the mic.
Dude, it's so weird. Like when I put it on, I was like, what is a media company? Like I don't even fucking know. All I know is
Oh, yeah.
what I want to do. And so I kind of just called it a media company. But the original idea that I've been wanting to do ever since I started like at Columbia was I wanted to interview artists. I wanted to do like a video series, like interviewing artists and stuff like that. And then I was in a business class and obviously it was business class. We had to like make money, like and actually start a business. So I was like, okay, so we need to throw shows to like make money. So that's where we started doing it. We started off with like an open mic. I had my little team like of people. Like this is a concept I've had forever, but like
It's been going for a while since
yeah,
college.
since college. And so I had my little team of classmates. So obviously like, they weren't going to stick around. Like none of them work with me anymore. One of them like stuck around for a good while, but they got really busy. But anyway, the point is we threw an open mic show and then that was like the fundraiser for our first actual show. And the show went great. Like we sold out. It was a lot of people. It was super fun. Like we got really good pictures. People were like, when's the next one? When's the next one? So I was like, hell yeah. Like I love this. Like, and I know so many talented artists. Like so it was just so easy for me to like curate shows and stuff and like vibes. And my whole thing is like I was just so sick of seeing like flyers with the same people. Like I feel like Chicago can be kind of cliquey sometimes, and like you see a lot of shows that have like the same artist, but it's like, wait, why isn't this artist who's so similar in vibe, they've never even met this artist, they would go great together. And if you combine their audiences, like that's just more beneficial in my eyes. Like the exposure is the cool part about the shows, because these artists aren't usually making a lot of money off the shows. Like, so at the very least, like it could get them more fans and more exposure too.
Yeah, it's
So.
kind of what I think of. I've been doing a lot of research into social media and like how to finesse it, which I hate.
yeah.
But
No,
at
yeah,
the
it
same
sucks.
time,
But
I
it's
think
like
it's
essential
useful.
now.
But something I've been learning is that you don't just want like random followers. You want people who actually care about the stuff that you're making.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it kind of like waters down the algorithm and just it confuses it. But it's kind of the same thing for people that are going to shows when it's this disjointed roster of people. And yeah, it makes more sense like what you're saying when it's a cohesive group, everyone would be into the same thing. Yeah. So I have some friends for sure that I was like, well, you guys need to meet because you would be on some similar level.
Absolutely.
shit.
Absolutely. And I'm a big fan of genre blending.
Yeah.
And I think like to an extent, obviously, like even though I personally like will listen to like Phoebe Bridges sad indie shit and then like metal hardcore like the next, and then like hip hop and R&B, like literally, like I don't care, I put my whole library on shuffle. But I know like for a show like that's not super reasonable, but like still like I feel like I know some rap artists that like are so hardcore and hype that I'm like, dude, you would go so good on a bill with this like screamo band. Like,
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Rap,
Just like little
rock,
things like that.
Screamo stuff
Yeah,
too right now.
depending. And some electronic
makes
is like
sense. Yeah.
super like dark too.
Yeah. No,
So-
yeah, totally. I think as long as the kind of vibe of
Yeah.
just this is like an indie or like a alternative type of show or whatever. I mean,
Right.
honestly, you can do whatever you want.
Right.
But okay, that makes sense. So what's new with drops? Like what are kind of what's the goal? Do you have like a yearly goal?
The
or like
goal is to be able to like make it an actual company where like everyone who's working on it can make money off of it.
Yeah.
That would be slay, but it's so hard because we also care so much about the artists, and like we want
Paying
we
them,
yeah,
right,
we
yeah.
want to pay them like as much as we can.
For
And
sure.
it costs a lot of money. Like we, getting posters,
Your
getting
posters
promo.
look fantastic.
My artist,
They're,
mwah, shout out Javi.
they're dope. A good poster is so important to
Hell
me.
yeah, it
I'll look at
is.
it and be like, that looks cool. I want to go.
Yeah, no, it really it's part of the marketing.
Yeah.
And that's why what we've done is like now we interview the artists, and like the interviews are also part of the marketing for the show.
Oh, cool.
So that's like what
I don't even
promotes
think I've
the
seen
show.
that. I need to.
You have to follow us on Instagram. Or do you follow us on Instagram?
I follow you,
Okay, yeah.
but
Follow
yeah,
drops and then you'll see it. I
For sure.
sometimes post snippets on mine,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
but like the full versions will be like on there. But
Yeah.
we need to start like getting on TikTok more and stuff
Oh,
so that
bro, don't you need-
dude, it's just,
But-
but it's just like we need
Yeah.
to, because it sucks. It's like we post the videos as promo, but if we post it on the drops, it's like only going to be seen by people that follow drops. Where TikTok, at least I'll have the possibility of seeing new viewers and new people being put onto the media company.
I just post my clips on everything. Like I post it
Yeah.
on YouTube Shorts, TikTok,
Yeah,
and
YouTube
Instagram. Honestly,
Shorts.
Instagram to me is like my least favorite to post on,
Valid.
because I'll post stuff and for no reason it'll be like, wait, this didn't do well at all for no reason.
Yeah, no,
Because
the algorithm's fucked.
it's fucked right now because, and I don't know, this will come out maybe like 3 weeks from now, but
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with that blue check mark.
I was
thing,
just
that
about
they're
to say that, yeah.
prioritizing those.
That's what I've heard,
but
too.
there's such a stigma right now. Like if you get a blue check mark, it's
You
like
look stupid.
that's lame. I thought about it.
I kind of feel like I have to, and I'm like, forgive me, friends.
They also said that it's a trial. Like they on the Instagram website, it's literally a cash grab. On the Instagram
absolutely.
website,
But
they
it's
were
Mark Zuckerberg, so
yeah.
of course.
They said this is a like experiment, so who knows what'll happen with it. But like I'm like, as a company, that's a weird way to roll something out. This is an experiment. Like if you want to give us $15 a month,
Yeah, what the hell?
go for it.
Of course our money is like part of their experiment. Like
Yeah. So yeah, if it was a real experiment, just give it to us for free.
Right.
I mean, it's anyway.
But
the social media stuff, I'm just like, who knows? I got some good advice from my friend DJ Farrow the other day. He's like, just post stuff, and if it does well, then try to do more of that potentially. But don't look at stuff that just doesn't do well. Just be like, oh, fuck it. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's like not about taking it personally at all. Like
For sure.
it really is the algorithm more than like the people. It's not like, oh, the people didn't like this. It's like,
But I'll sit
for
over
whatever
here,
reason. Yeah,
I'll sit over here trying to game the algorithm and be like, what do I do?
the time.
Yeah,
You'll
and
like
I'm just
time
like-
it and stuff.
Or no, I don't know. What is that? Oh, like the timing.
Yeah, like
of
the time you post it. Yeah. Or like
for
the right hashtags and stuff. And then TikTok, like I really don't get it. Like sometimes, I think most of the time, the stuff that gets more views is like stuff I did not even try with. Like I just did a filter.
We're in a weird phase right now.
It's
I'll just
so
say that.
weird. So
It's
I'm
like
just trying.
not-
Just try everything.
exactly. Just
try
try
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. Drops, trying to make it profitable, but then also
Be
putting
able
on
to-
artists that
yeah.
you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tricky balance. But
yeah.
I will definitely come out to your next show.
Yes,
whenever that is.
dude. We're gonna throw some crazy shows.
I wrote some notes down. My notes to myself are really funny. I'm really funny.
Yeah, you are.
But I feel like what would be good is to maybe just like get into some music.
Oh, yeah.
So people can get a little taste of, your voice. Your voice is killer, by the way.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah. Do you have any ones that you want to start with?
Like unreleased or released?
I don't know.
Let's do released first.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If we're gonna do release first,
Yeah, you pick.
Then, wait, what did I? Oh my god. Well, one of the first ones I wanted to ask you about was the Amares.
Oh, okay.
Because it's an HBO show theme song.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I forget about it all the time.
Esta vez no dejaré a suerte, ya no me puedo arriesgar, juré no volver a perderte, que sientas lo que siento, que sea amor duradero y que nunca jamás tengamos rumbos diferentes.
So, dude, I did that song. Ooh, was it 2019? Had to have been 2019. So definitely before the pandemic. And then, did it for free. Because they were like, well, it's exposure and all this shit. So I was like, okay, well, it's still cool. Like I was pretty early on in my like artist phase. So I thought it was super cool. And I went to Mexico. And I recorded in this really, really beautiful studio. So it was super cool. And
Oh,
they had the song written already.
How did you get in contact with the people that like brought you to a studio in Mexico?
So they knew me. They knew about my music and my voice because of it was like a dad's friend who does like sync stuff.
Nice.
So he had heard my voice before and they needed a singer for this. And so he was like, oh my God, like your daughter would be really good for this. Like it'd be a really good opportunity for her.
That's dope.
It was really cool. Yeah. And the person who wrote the song, the composer, he was so cool and he's so fucking talented. Like I was there like when they recorded like the violins and stuff, and it was like a very classical recording, so it was really beautiful. And the song is gorgeous. So, but the kicker is we didn't even know if the series was going to release. So I was like, I might have done this for nothing, but still, like, it was just cool, like, recording and I got content of me in a studio, whatever. So it wasn't till like during the pandemic that my manager messaged me, and she was just like, dude, isn't this the series that you did a song for? And then I like heard it and I was like, oh my God, yeah, that's fucking me. Like, no one ever told me that it like got released. And then it was like a whole thing, like I was trying to get rights so that I could release it, because my name's not on, and my name's like not even on like the series at all.
Oh, so there's some like controversy behind
Well,
this.
it was just kind of like, it wasn't like anything crazy, but we just had to like gain the rights, and then I could release it as, you know, under my name, so that people could, because there were people like on the YouTube being like, who is the singer of this song? Like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and you're like,
and I was like, God damn it.
Out.
Yeah. So I was like, so then we released it, and it's like under my page now.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
That's cool.
It's a beautiful song.
Is the series good?
I haven't watched it.
You're like, no, I gotta watch it.
Dude, yeah, it's I don't know, those kind of dramas just aren't really for me, but it's basically about Amares means love spells.
Thank you
I didn't even know it, because it's not like a common word that's used.
I just know like amor is love.
Right.
So it's like I could have been, I was like, yeah, it's probably something to do with love, right?
So it's about a witch.
Oh. And
she like casts love spells. Yeah, no, it's definitely very like drama. Like, I don't know. I haven't watched it.
Okay. Here's like a hot take question, because I'll see it out there in the wild.
Shit, okay.
But it's just like, do you like know when someone speaks Spanish, right? Like you kind of like hear them talk a little bit. And then like, cause sometimes I'll see stuff where people will just start speaking Spanish to someone that they don't know. And I'm like, what was the cue? You know what I mean?
But what if you didn't hear their voice?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, some people are just maybe bold.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I called some dude, speaking of Paul, not to keep bringing it back to that, but the other day at this gig, I just called this dude the complete wrong name. I was like, damn, that was kind of bold of me. But anyway, it's just like,
what I just did. I'm sorry.
No. Sometimes you just gotta do it, man.
I was so confident. I mean, I wouldn't have done it if I really thought it. But anyway,
it's just like I like see it in a situation where I don't speak any other languages.
Yeah.
And I know if I got that cue from someone, I'd be like, oh, we're going into the other language that we can speak, because it's like code. And then I'm like, fuck, man, I just wish I could be a part of that. I'm just sitting there wishing I could be a part of it.
No, I don't have the code. I'll assume if they like look brown, or if I'm speaking to them in English and they look confused, then I'll switch to Spanish. That's happened to me a few amount of times. But I feel like I have a really bad radar on like Latinos. Yeah.
All right, we can get out of this subject. Let's listen to an unreleased one out of those 4.
Yeah.
3.
You can do, can I show you 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do the tame one first. So that's Caíste del cielo. So that means fell from the sky. I just finished a music video for it, so I'm really excited. It's basically about, because it's all in Spanish, so I'll kind of tell you. It's kind of about like being obsessed with the attention of like when you first meet someone, and like putting them on a pedestal, but like it's kind of like you realize it's a game, and like making them feel really special. But then at the end being like, okay, I'm just trying to hook up, and then it's like me. But yeah.
Like a modern day little love.
Yes.
fling.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yo te encontré con tu playera negra, bordado con los stepstones. Te metiste en un papel entre drama, televisión. Yo
is cool.
Yeah, I love this beat, dude.
Yeah, it feels like you're like chilling on the beach, like
Yeah. Oh,
late
really?
night. I think my brain just thinks everything's on the beach. Like, I swear, that's like how I describe
That
half my
explains
songs.
your shirt.
I know. Yeah.
otro mundo, eres de otro mundo. Caíste del cielo, mi amor.
The kick drum just sounds like so.
Yeah,
Nice.
it had to.
Yeah.
It had to be strong.
Ojitos claros, también negros, perdiéndote el cuello, mis manos en tu pelo, te cubro la boca, no te des nota, arrancando el alma, marcado de la espalda, caíste del cielo, mi amor.
This is a bop.
Yeah, yes!
Yeah, this is
I'm
cool.
glad.
Because it's
Thank
got that
you.
energy.
Yeah.
Caíste del cielo, mi amor, caíste del cielo, mi amor, eres de otro mundo, eres de otro mundo.
I also just, I don't know why I love listening to music that I don't know the lyrics.
Yeah, because I mean, you have to focus on the music almost.
Yeah.
And also, I'm sure the textures probably sound really cool.
Yeah.
If you don't know like what the words are, you're really like captivated by the consonants.
The cadences in different
Yeah.
languages are just.
Oh yeah, that
interesting.
too. That
Yeah.
too. Definitely.
It's beachy. It's beachy.
That's so wild. That's cool. Like I love hearing like different perspectives because when I first heard the beat, I was thinking so ethereal, like in like outer space.
I mean that.
So like that's cool.
Yeah, that.
but
too.
but it is. I think the beachiness comes from like the danceability of the beat. Like it's something
Yeah.
you could definitely play on a beach and be like,
Yeah.
But at night. But at night.
At night though, right? It's got to be at night. Okay.
It's
yeah.
got to be at night.
I'm glad we're on the same page there. So where did you work with a producer on this? This is when we shift
Yes.
gears and we talk about production.
Yeah, I worked with a producer from Mexico.
Oh, cool.
Do you know who Arca is?
Bro, are
You
you
love
about to tell
Arca?
me that you worked with Arca?
Oh my god, hell no! But that'd
my
be
God.
crazy. but I was just gonna say, because I don't know, like if you've worked with a lot of singers or like what your process is with writing.
Just a few.
So yeah, I don't know what your process is with writing with them, but most of mine have been like hang out, show music to each other, like vibes that we want, and then we kind of once we start finding like our middle ground on like music taste, like that'll be kind of the inspiration from the beat that's starting to. So we were listening to a lot of Arca when he was producing this song.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you normally, when you do that, listen? Is it like a mixed bag of like your own music and then just music you find inspirational?
Usually we'll have already listened to each other's music, and then we go into like our inspirations and like who we like and who we think just like music we really fuck with and want to make music like.
Yeah. It's funny though because that to me is not Arca at all, because Arca's like
no,
that
Arca's crazier for sure.
avant-garde,
For sure,
like,
for sure.
Yeah, but there was little elements of like the bit reduction thing, like that's kind of like that like video game sounding synth
we
thing.
were talking about,
Yeah, like maybe that. But yeah, okay.
It's
cool.
it's one specific Arca song called Luna Llena. It's a little more like vibey and very, I think that's minor. It was like minor key, like
yeah,
chill.
not good.
But
Yeah.
but you know what I mean, like kind of dark vibes. Like I don't know how to explain it. It almost gave me like shoegazy vibes, but like electronic. I don't like something
Yeah.
about the chords anyway.
For sure. I'm curious when I guess specifically for this song, when you were writing the lyrics, how did that come to be?
Yeah, I think I just kind of heard the vibe of it and I don't know.
Do you like, because I know people just work differently, and honestly, as a producer, it's like, I don't really write lyrics. So I'm always interested. Do you like just kind of get a melody and then fill in the words? Do you normally write words
Every song
first?
is different.
Yeah,
Every
okay.
song is different. So this one, This one, I think I had trouble figuring out like what I wanted to talk about when I heard the beat. I knew I wanted something kind of dark but like confident. And so I have this like running thing on my notes with like different phrases or ideas for songs. So I was just like going through it, and I can't remember, but something like stood out to me, and that kind of like gave me, I think it was like Caíste del cielo or something like that, like you fell from heaven. And I was like, ooh, I like that, because this kind of, so like I was saying, sounds like ethereal to me. And then I was just going off that, and then I start writing the story, and then like this one felt like a story to me. Like it felt like it needed to have like a little like, the character walks in, sees the person, remember her, this happens. So that's like the song. Like it's kind of like the story of it unfolding. Yeah.
For sure. Okay. I was just curious if there was anything like, wow, you like use Chat GPT to like whatever. No, I don't know.
Sometimes there's probably more exciting stories.
No, I mean, I get it in the sense like I kind of stopped asking producers like, oh, like do you start with chords or drums or something? Because it's always like the answer normally is it's always different.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of the common thread. But I was just gonna say that I did find this crazy AI thing that was like basically you just it like generates lyrics, I guess, that have like never been generated. I don't know if that makes any sense, but basically like you put in like happy and then you can choose a genre and then this other thing and then it just spits out lyrics, which is cool because then you could go in and be like, I just feel like that would be a good place to just grab some things that you like and then tailor
crazy.
it. Yeah.
Jerry, put me on.
I'll put you on, dude.
Send me the link. Like,
fuck, I wish I knew what it was called, but if you just look up like maybe AI lyric generator, I'll give it to you after the show for sure. But for people listening, just look up like AI lyric generator. And dude, I think I'm going to try that with my next like production session. That might just be like a good way to just get somewhere immediately.
No, I'm so down to try like different ways, because honestly it's sometimes I go to that list, sometimes I see something in the room and I'll like hear a phrase that day and I'm like, yeah, that's perfect. Or movies, a lot of the time I'll write songs after I see a really good movie and it has me thinking about it. Also like Pinterest boards, like visually boards. No, literally, because like visually, because I like thinking of adjectives when I see like a photo, and then I'm like, ooh, like that art piece like makes me think of these colors and these textures, and like that kind of like helps me with like describing things too, which is cool.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. The other thing that I wanted to ask you is, speaking of production, like working with other producers, do you have any producer pet peeves? Like,
ooh,
this
is
for like producers out there who are trying to work with vocalists, like the do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
More on the don'ts, I would say though.
Yeah.
like what's something a producer will do that'll just like throw off the session?
Oh, I mean, be rude is
For
definitely
sure.
bad. Like I've had a few producers that are kind of just like rude and like not personable. Like, cause it is like, you kind of do. It's almost like getting a tattoo. Like, you know, you have this session with someone, like you guys are like in collaboration, like you're making art together. So like there has to be some sort of a bond there. Like I hate when it feels so transactional and like they don't even like talk to me. There's definitely like, you know, there's always that point during the session where they're doing a lot of production shit and like I really don't have much to say. Like they're EQing, you know, and I'm not gonna fucking tell them how to EQ. I'm like, okay, do your thing. And sometimes they take a while with it. I've had some producers that take a long time to do that, like during the session, and sometimes it kind of fucks up the flow of like the songwriting. Like if I already had it written and recorded, like that's cool. But if I like did verse 1 and then you're going to town on EQing and like you're like doing that before I can like keep recording or keep writing, like that's kind of like, god damn it.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Because I've ruined sessions between producers. Like, I'm not even working with like a vocalist. It's like one of us gets way too down a rabbit hole on trying to fix something or trying to trying to do something. For sure, I get that. And like the mixing, you should probably save that as like a separate stage of the process.
Absolutely.
Or like just know how to quickly do stuff.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of the only thing that I can think of that's ever been really weird. Or obviously, like, there's the whole trope of like dude producers flirting with every woman that they work with. Yes, Jerry, it sucks. It hasn't happened to me lately. I've been working with cool people now. Okay. But in my beginning years of like being an artist, like constantly like just being creepy, and then like trying to hit me up after, being like, oh, we should go out soon.
We should
like,
work on that song.
Yeah, dude. No, but they wouldn't even use that excuse anymore. They'd be like, you know, you should come out to the club with us.
They're
like,
just dogs.
Yeah. And I'm like, bro, like I'm just trying to work out here. Like, I don't know. So that's another, obviously, don't like this weird flirty tension. Oh my God.
Treat it as a different thing.
Yeah, but I haven't had that in so long.
That's good. I feel like, you know, we get a little older, everything becomes a little bit more professional. People don't have as much time to fuck around.
I have gotten better at realizing it. Because, dude, the people that I'm talking about were way older than me when I was, because I think I was 19. No, I was like 20 when I first started like doing music and stuff. And these producers were like almost 30. So
yeah,
I've gotten just a better feel of like, I don't need to work with someone just because they're like talented or have like good numbers.
There's also like a power dynamic if they are talented and you're new and whatever. Yeah. I could see that being
so that added to it. But now I'm like, I don't work with people that I don't fuck with anymore.
Yeah. What you were saying before about the session and like how you're bonding, it really is this intimate moment because you're probably gonna have to do something that's like weird.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, especially as a vocalist.
If it's gonna be good, you have to. Like, that's kind of how I feel. Like, I'm in my phase right now where I'm just like, I'm trying to make music that I would like a year ago find cringe almost, just because I was so scared of like, I don't know. For example, I was so scared of like being really risque or like being sexy in my songs, or like, I don't know, like sounding dumb, or I don't know, just so scared to talk about so many different things. Like, just my inner like judge was crazy, and now I'm like, I don't give a fuck. So it is like, especially like doing what is it called? Ad-libs. Oh my God, bro. Ad-libs is when you really get close to your producer.
You're like, just give it another run. Like,
yeah, okay. But you be saying like the craziest shit. Like, you'll like quack, you know? You're like,
yeah. Yeah, some quacks.
Yeah.
That's funny. I just try to like, literally when there's, I wonder if you feel this. I think this is more of a me thing. But when I'm working with someone who's recording something, I like don't even want to be in the room. I'm like, I don't want to make eye contact, or it's like either you really are there 100% with this person while they're doing it, or you're like not, and you just let them do their thing. Because if you're like half there, I feel like that is palpable. Like, you can feel that tension and
of their nervousness
of like you maybe casting judgment. Like that. Oh, okay, that wasn't the take.
Yes.
Like keep. Like you're just thinking like keep going. Like I'm just thinking like you just do your thing. But like even like when I'm rocking with the beat or something and someone's trying to get a take, I'm like, should I rock with the beat and really be 100% in it, or should I just disconnect and let them do their thing and get into it themselves? Because I feel like if I start like thinking about something else and then I'm off beat or something, then they're off beat, because it's like you really get locked in.
Yeah.
And maybe this is me overthinking it, but I'm telling you, like, I think there's some magic.
I've never heard it from the viewpoint of like the producer like that.
I've never talked to another producer about that, but I just, when someone's trying to get a take,
that makes sense though. It's like, and sometimes you like, I think most of the time you have artists that are able to check themselves and be like, oh, I fucked up right there, can we redo that? but like I'm just like wondering as a producer, like if you've ever had someone who had like a really rough take and they're like, that's the one. Like
No, I've
would
never
you
had
okay, like
I would
but
say-
if you were in
I'd be
that
like-
situation, like
I'd
what do
be
you
diplomatic
say?
about it. I'd be like, look, I think that the last take was, or I'd be like, I think you got more in you. Like I think
Ooh,
that
that's
was the
good.
first one.
Yeah.
But the next one's gonna be even better.
Slay.
You know what I mean?
That's good.
I'd
That's good.
try to spin into like,
Yeah.
can't use that one.
Okay, because it's your work too.
Or we're just like auto-tuning the shit out of it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, let me just boost this up.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I was also thinking like if someone's trying to get a guitar take, you know, a lot of like my friends, like we don't even play guitar. We're just like fucking around.
Oh my God,
So-
dude. When I try to
so-
track my guitar, it's a hot mess.
Yeah. So it's like, that's why I'm like, okay, you do your thing, get in the groove.
Yeah.
But if I was working with someone who's like godly, I don't think that anything I'm doing is going to affect them. They're just going to do it.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say too is that the judgment in the studio, that like if you have someone who's too judgmental, I guess, in the studio, that would fuck it up. Even if it's just like the dude in the
and
corner.
I've had that too, and it makes me nervous, like recording, and then I get too much in my head, and then there's like a mental block. Like, I mean, I had that more when I was younger, but still, like it happens to singers all the time. Like,
Yeah,
you
that
know,
makes sense.
definitely.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Like literally, if you're like kind of holding your breath or something,
Yeah.
you're nervous.
And then you don't want to try like new runs, or you don't want to try anything that's like out of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
And then I don't know, you just end up not being happy with the song because you didn't actually give it everything you had. You were playing it super safe.
yeah. No, being in the studio is the time to like go 100%.
Yeah.
because that's the only way to get the good takes. You know, you mentioned before that you know you're getting more comfortable like doing like sexier stuff. I
Yeah.
saw that you were this picture of you in a tub with a snake.
That's for Caíste del Cielo.
Is that coming out? That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one we just heard. So that's
Yo.
for that music video.
How was being in a tub with a snake? Like
It
whose
was like,
snake
it was
that?
huge. So I'm so lucky. I got in contact with this girl who wants to start directing music videos, and so she hit me up. She's like, "Hey, like I will do this for you. Like I'll do everything." Like she had the hookup for all the places. Like directed
the
it.
snake hookup?
Yes, she had the snake hookup. So the thing is, she's also a model on the side. So she had just done a shoot with this snake, and I don't know what
was
happened.
the snake's name?
Skittles.
Skittles?
Isn't that such a good thing? Because he's yellow. He's like bright yellow. So it was so cute. And I was honestly going into that because we did just that scene that day. We had filmed everything else before. So I went in just with like knowing, okay, this is the day. This is the day of the snake. That's all we're doing this day. So I was nervous. I was fucking nervous as fuck because they didn't put tape on his mouth.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do they normally do that?
Yes, I've held snakes before at like kiddie things, like whatever, when they bring snakes to like kid parties.
Yeah.
And the mouth is usually taped
Is
shut.
Is that something they do in music videos too, where it's like a clear tape, or do I just not know?
No, they probably also don't. But point is, I had never held a snake that didn't have its mouth taped shut, and so I was just like. But he was so sweet, and like as soon as I like had him, like I was like, okay, like he's chilling. Like he was blind apparently. He's like an albino snake, so that kind of made it a little
They're blind?
weirder. I guess
Albino snakes are blind. I don't know. I've definitely seen that type of snake. Do you know what kind of snake it was, or
it was yellow.
No, I know it was like white and yellow,
Yeah,
right?
I don't remember,
The
but I
breed,
think it was
yeah.
albino because its eyes were like white.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I mean that just sounds like a wild experience.
It was so cool though.
Did they tell? Was there a handler?
Yes,
There
there
was
was,
a
a
dude.
handler. There was a dude. He like placed it on me and everything. And he told me like how to hold him and everything.
What were the things? Don't do this.
Don't bring him too close to your face.
Oh,
So I was like, okay. And then my director is like, bring him closer to your face. Bring him closer. And I'm like, I don't want to. And but like as I got a little more comfortable and like once the song was on, I was kind of like in actor mode, and at some points kind of forgot like, wait, this is a real snake. Like
Yeah.
I'm kind of putting him really close to me. But I was holding him right. So you're supposed to hold like his neck and then like his belly to like support.
bro, the whole thing's a neck.
Yeah, right? I'm like, where? Kind of like by its head, I
Do
guess.
they have a neck? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Snakes are just so weird to me.
They're
when I
so weird. How do they
move. That's what I always think. How do they move? And then like
and then when you feel it, dude, and you feel the scales and you feel every
Yeah.
vertebrae moving.
Whoa.
It's so crazy. But it's also so cool. Like low key afterwards I was like, I want a snake. Like I want to like
snakes,
own a snake.
I don't know about all snakes, but like my friend got a snake
Mm-hmm.
and this thing was gonna like outlive him. Like they lived for a
Really?
long time. I guess some
How old
breed.
was this one?
He got it as a baby,
Mm.
but then he actually gave it to like a snake sanctuary. Because he was like, dude, I don't think I thought about how big of a commitment this is. It's like this snake's gonna live for so long.
Yeah.
So
Like whole life.
yeah.
Your whole lifetime almost.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know.
And like owning a snake, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna speak for snake people, but they have like a feeding cage or
Yeah.
whatever thing.
Yeah.
And then it's also weird because they can just live in like a jar basically. They're like, no, I'm good. Not actually a jar, but you think when you see them in their terrarium
Yeah.
that it's like that's not that much space. That's not enough space for them.
but they're
But
chilling.
apparently they don't care. I think it's like a comfort thing.
Wow.
I'm not a snake expert.
Just
but
spreading rumors.
This is what I heard. And but he said that when he put that snake in the feeding terrarium, whatever crate, it was go time.
Yeah.
Like that thing was no joke.
Like full rats.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
no, but it was in the mode to kill.
Yeah. I bet you see another side of them that you're like, whoa.
But then he said otherwise he was super docile, like, chill. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Snakes are scary. Like even I'm sure this snake is not venomous. Like I'm sure it's
He said a bite would fuck me up. Like I had to sign a form.
Really?
Yeah, I had to sign a form that if something happened to me, it wasn't his fault. So I was like,
You
okay, I guess. He's like, but he was like, no one. He was like, no one's died yet. And I was like, ha ha ha. Ha.
damn, dude. That's freaky.
It was cool though. I'm glad I got to do it. And
Yeah.
it probably is gonna look really cool.
Oh, it's definitely gonna look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, your last video, I was gonna, and maybe we can. This would be a good time to transition to this. The latest video you put out, which is In Love with You, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
It's been a long time coming, came in no warning, mi amor, por ti. I didn't know I was capable of having so much faith in you.
Featuring Who is Aubrey, and then I just feel like I have to ask, who is Aubrey? You know what I mean?
Aubrey, yeah, this is valid. Aubrey is one half of this rap duo called Stranded Civilians. So he also does his own. But Stranded Civilians is doing really well. He was a good friend of mine. We had a lot of mutuals since college. I actually met him through Drops, the first Drop show that we had. He pulled up and like we started talking from there, and we have like a picture from that like show. And then yeah, he hit me up to do a show or do a song with him to be on one of his albums. And then during the pandemic, I was like, Aubrey, do you make beats? Like we should work together. He made the beat, and he was like, dude, will you let me hop on it? And I was like, of course. Like he's such a good rapper. And the song's a little long, but honestly, with all the sections, like I feel like I'm still really happy that I put him on it. Like
Yeah, when
I
he
like
comes
it.
in, I felt like I was ready for him to come in. You know?
Yeah. It's really fun to perform it live too. Like he brings such a good energy like whenever I bring him on. So he's a really cool guy.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna ask though, is that the same cinematographer person, music video filmer that you worked with the snake video?
No,
Or that's
different
someone
one.
else?
So the guy who filmed and edited that video was the producer of the unreleased song that I showed you. His name's Cali. So in Mexico. So it was all filmed in Mexico.
It was.
Except for Aubrey's parts. That was in
Yeah,
Chicago.
he was in the snow.
Yeah.
That was not Mexico.
Yeah, that was not Mexico.
But yeah, I was wondering where it was because it looked really cool.
Yeah.
And also, well, I mean, you never know timelines with these things, but that came out not like
February.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not that long ago, I was like, where are these flowers from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well,
where
also,
are they?
it was also filmed in fall.
So yeah, I mean, it's
It was
just
a
like
long
you
time
never
ago.
know the timeline.
Yeah. But I was like, it's kind of cool, like the contrasting, like summer and then like winter, but it's like still nature.
Yeah, no.
So.
I thought the way that was shot, there were like some really cool wide angle things.
Yeah.
Definitely go check it out if you're just listening. I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
right. Go check it out.
Go check it out. No Facebook Marketplace. I don't want to. I don't want to sell that. Another cool thing you did was a Tiny Desk show.
Oh, yeah. It was for a contest.
Okay.
To like get on Tiny Desk.
Oh, to get onto
Yeah,
the Tiny Desk.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Did we get on?
Narc. That was peak pandemic.
Yeah.
That was definitely lockdown.
That was
time.
probably also like peak Tiny Desk.
Yeah, exactly.
or-
So the competition was wild.
Yeah, there
And
were a lot of
we
people trying to
didn't
show.
try that hard, honestly. We didn't do anything crazy production value on it. We were just like, fuck it, let's try. And also like it'll give us an excuse to just make a cool video. Yeah.
Do you normally play with a band like that?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so you are Mila La Morena and the tequila.
Mila, so yeah, sometimes I'll be like, my name's Mila, these are my tequilas. If I'm on some corny shit.
That's
Which
so
is
funny.
a lot. Yeah.
But it's not like you guys don't have a separate
no,
band page
no,
or anything.
no, not at
The
all.
tequilas. How do the guys feel about being called the tequilas?
I think they came up with it. One of them
Really?
did.
Okay.
I've changed my band up since that Tiny Desk video.
Okay.
But yeah, they're always chill. I feel like I need to have chill bandmates that are like goofy with me because
Yeah.
I don't know. When they're too serious, I'm like, bro. Because if you see me live, like I'm crazy. Like I dance like crazy. I'm like dramatic. I'm just jumping. Like I need to be crazy. So if I feel like I'm being like judged by my bandmates, like that's not the vibe. Like I need y'all to be on this boat with me. Like if I look over at you, you gotta engage with me. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, if they're like silently judging you.
yeah,
Or something. If they're judging.
Yeah, and like I don't know. Sometimes I do feel that when I'm working with like new people, and I'm just like
Yeah.
yeah. I'm like okay, I'm not gonna work with you probably, but I like you.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Like
just not for me. It's
this
not
is
personal.
why I can't be a performer in the way that you are. I was gonna say that you look very natural and comfortable on stage, and everything that I've seen you do, like you feel like a natural performer.
Yeah, that's probably my biggest strength of like anything. Like, well, I've been performing. Well, so like fun little story. When I was
Yay.
when I was 7, I've been singing since I was so little, like maybe like 5. And me and my mom used to always watch The Golden Girls, and I would call it the grandma show. And so
Yeah.
my mom like was young. She was like a young mom. I think she had me at like 22. So she like took me to one of her like friend parties. So everyone was like late
Dude.
20s. Everyone was like late 20s, early 30s.
That would be like us chilling with little kids.
Yeah, essentially. And so she brought me to a party, and I was like, I want to sing for everybody. I want to sing the grandma song. And they like put me up on a table, and I like sang in front of all these like adults.
Wow.
As just like a kid, like I like wanted to like perform. Like it was just this really weird urge. So I mean, obviously,
That's like a built-in thing.
absolutely. It was one
It
of those
seems-
like, damn, this is like actually my purpose.
Did you
Like,
do like concerts and stuff at home with your mom? Or was
yeah,
that
sometimes.
was there like you were just like, oh, I want to show people
Yeah.
what we do, or like
Yeah, I would show
Yeah.
my mom, sometimes family, like I would do like mini shows. We would do like sometimes we'd do mini talent shows in my family, like for Christmas and stuff.
This feels like it was more on your accord though.
Yes,
You're
because
like,
I'm the
"No,
only
I
I'm
wanna
the
do
only
this."
artsy yeah, I'm like the only artsy kid of my cousins. So it was very much like just me like trying to show off and shit. And then I did choir and theater and all that shit. So but what I was gonna say is like I wasn't always like a good singer. Like I still don't feel like I'm not Mariah Carey. Like I'm nothing like crazy
You got
impressive.
a good I was blown away actually.
Thank you.
Not gonna lie, because like we worked together. I was like, yeah, Mila's pretty cool. But like, what does she got? And
well,
then
yeah, working at a job like that, like there was even more pressure on me to be
Yeah.
a good musician. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to show anybody my music.
for sure.
Yeah.
So, but then when I heard, I think it was this last song, I was like, wow, this is
Yeah.
actually amazing.
Oh,
Like,
thank
no joke. Like,
you.
yeah.
But like when you see videos of yourself as a kid, like doing stuff and you thought you were so good in the moment and then it's like cringy. That's kind of what I was going to say. Like I wasn't always like a really good, like in tune singer, but I always had it in me to perform. Like that was just something like easy, you know?
I feel like, you know, you get away with a lot when you're, however
Yes.
old you were when you were singing Golden Girls. They were probably like, this is amazing.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
This is the
And
cutest thing
they,
ever.
they were impressed. They were like, oh my God, this kid like wants to sing in front of a bunch of adults. Like,
What is the
that's
Golden
ballsy.
Girls theme song? That one
thank
didn't.
you for being a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's
That one
okay.
wasn't in my like repertoire of shows.
I don't really remember it now, but apparently I knew it inside and out when I was little.
Yeah. That's cool though. But I was okay. Yeah, this was the final point I was gonna make is that, you know, it's interesting to hear you say that you can get kind of like knocked off by people, you know, that you're working with that are just like not, I don't know, you know, not with it as much because you don't bring up that energy to the table from what I've seen. And maybe these people weren't, you know, maybe you were locked in with these people that I was watching. And I haven't seen you perform live, but I'm just saying like, yeah, I don't know. It takes a lot of skill to not get, you know, knocked off your whatever. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
I just like I need to feel fully comfortable. The thing is, and like not every show you do is gonna have a even more so. So my music is such a genre blend. I never know which crowd is gonna be like, yeah, or like what is happening. Cause it's kind of a lot, like especially when I do like, cause like you don't know this, Jerry, but like I have like emo screamo songs in my set.
Dude,
So like
what?
those
Do we
don't
have any to play?
No, I have like no, I'm sorry. The demos are so rough, like no one can listen to it.
Those are more
like even my
live
partner
only.
hasn't listened to it. Yeah. Yeah, but we're getting those tracked soon. But all that to say, like, not every crowd fucks with that. And you know, so I kinda have to sell it and stuff. But the point is like I need at least my band to like be there with me.
Yeah.
So I think as
Yeah.
I've kind of been like experimenting with my sound, it was kind of the thing. Like I felt like some of the band people or some of the people that were in my band like didn't really fuck with those genres and like didn't care for them. So like they weren't as open-minded. Like and that's a good term. Like I needed musicians that were open-minded and had like a broad sense of music and broad taste of music, like that listened to a lot of different genres, not just like an R&B drummer, a rock drummer, a blah blah blah, you know what I mean? Someone that was able to just like listen to everything.
I think that's what I like. I think that's kind of what I'm saying with the studio stuff too, is you have to be super open-minded. And just like, honestly, this is going to get really like heady, but like in any situation that you're trying to maybe support or whatever, any situation you're with humans, it's like your energy that you bring to the table, if you're a crowd member, if you're whatever, just in a bar with people, like that exists. And like people notice it, whether or not we're even consciously aware of it. So it's just like,
it's very subconscious.
but in the studio and performing live, it's like those are the times where it's kind of make or break, you know?
It's just you and that person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And making art is delicate, you know?
It's delicate, yeah.
Like, especially if it's like something serious or even if it's not, like.
It's like a fine thing that you're like this like signal that you're trying to zoom in on. And if there's like weird if you can't lock in on it, you're not
Yeah.
gonna get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was like just I think we fleshed it out.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to like get to that.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a delicate craft.
Yeah.
Let's listen to another song.
Hell yeah.
I'm hyped about this.
Unreleased?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool.
Because the other tracks I'll just like we'll put in there.
Okay, cool. If we're doing an unreleased, do oh fuck, I don't remember what I titled it. I think it's titled Freaky Girl, right? Yeah, slay.
Thanks,
This
man.
one's crazy.
Sacuda el sudor de tu maquillaje. Quédate aquí, no te bajes. Un sueño, imagínate. Una very girl, mucha energía. Va para el suelo de chico como alegría. Una very girl, chino de caneo. Le gusta dinero para esconder un porreo. Nadie está aquí. Nadie está aquí.
I could see how this could go screamo quickly.
Yes.
With that distortion.
Dude, yes, we need to add screams to it like ASAP.
Besos lindos en mi boca, labios rosas, labios rosas. Olvidamos dónde estábamos, enamorados.
It's giving me like toxic vibes.
Oh yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Britney.
Yeah.
So that's like a playoff. Like I'm a very freaky girl.
Yes.
What song
I
is
really
that?
hope Gucci Mane.
Oh yeah.
I really
I'm a
hope he doesn't
very
sue
freaky
me.
girl. Yo,
I
that's
really
a
hope he doesn't
banger.
sue me.
Nah, he'll be good.
Yeah, he'll like
be
it.
good.
He'll like the song.
Yeah, he'll dig it.
And then my friend Heartgaze is on this. This is their verse right now.
Quiero ser tu ángel, sabe que yo soy perfecta. Los tutazos escuchando de Vigueta. Neo perreo, vivimos en el 2030. Dulce que mundo. Decime que salimos. Que se quede corriendo. Dulce que mundo. Todos juntos corriendo. Que se quede corriendo.
Yeah.
Yo. It's interesting, like the hyper poppy kind. I've never heard hyper pop quite like that, where it has that kind of reggaeton.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
So they're calling this nuevo perreo, which means new perreo. Perreo is like a a genre that essentially means like grind music,
oh, I could see
which
that.
is like just party reggaeton essentially.
but grind music, like when you're grinding on the dance floor type of deal.
Yeah. So not like slow grind, but like Jersey Turnpike. Does that make sense?
Kinda. I don't really know what
Yeah.
Jersey Turnpike is.
Okay, well, what's another thing? I
Brian,
don't know.
Do you know
yeah.
Jersey Turnpike?
Dude, Jersey Shore.
Yeah,
Welcome
it's from
back to
Jersey
DJ
Shore.
Boldy.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm just like showing how I'm not a true fan.
Well, you know how like Dina, she'll put her arms down and then she'll like wave her ass.
Oh.
That's what Jersey Turnpiking is. It's essentially grinding, but your head is like down, and it's not like slow and
Yeah, yeah,
sensual. It's like fast, like
You're like
side to
twerking
side.
kind.
Yes, exactly. Twerking. That's
Twerk.
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, just
I was
it's
more
just
familiar
twerking
with
music.
twerking. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. I blinked for sure.
No. I would be down to hear more of that. If you just were like, that's all I'm doing, be like, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Well, I'm working with the producer Hunter a lot more. And I was like, dude, this is perfect because it has that angstiness that you were saying. Like, I could hear screams to it.
Yeah.
It has like a synthiness, which like brings that new, like almost pop, hyper pop element to it. And it's reggaeton. Like, that's fucking perfect. Like, it's everything I am.
It had a lot of nice ear candy too on
Yes.
the sides and just like certain synthesizers that were doing cool stuff. Yeah, it was, that was a bop.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I'm really excited. That one's still like being worked on. So that'll be a while till that one is released. But that's
So-
like the one I just finished.
Is Hunter a Chicago person or is this a guy from Mexico?
Yeah, no, he lives in Chicago.
I think that the friend, I forget her name, the one from the company.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
There's like no reason we're not mentioning
we
the company.
We should do a code name though. Like.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think of something that's like not similar to the
No.
the name.
Like music
Box.
or parrot
Ooh.
or like cardinal.
Parrot Co.
But I was, you know how like
Yeah.
there's a bird involved. That's not, anyway. Anyway, I was just gonna say that when your friend was working there with us, she mentioned this
Hunter?
producer. I'm pretty sure it was
yeah?
because that name just sounds familiar, unless it's just not.
There's two
There might-
hunters.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
then,
she might have been talking about that.
Anyway.
She might have been talking about the other one, but she also does know him. So either way, he's really cool. Great producer.
What does he normally produce? Is it this type of music? Does he make kind of whatever?
It's like, so he's gonna be DJing at that show at Epiphany that I was telling you about.
Cool.
He like I when I hear his music, I describe it as like Skins. Electronic. Have you seen the show Skins?
The British version?
Yes,
Or
the
the
British version. I've never seen the American version. Is there an American version? Yeah, right.
I think so.
No,
Wait, is there a Ryan?
My ex loved it.
the
Okay.
American version or
Yeah, the American version.
Oh, really?
She had great taste. She dated me and loved Skins.
Really?
I love the British one. Like I love the British.
It's like
one.
that's like the people that love the British Office.
Oh
You know what I
no!
No?
See, the thing is,
You
it's
like the
crazy
American
because
Office?
I don't like British accents. Like British accents make me nauseous if I like. It's just so weird. But like if I listen to them
Please
too often,
explain.
like if I was like, for example, I tried to watch Bridgerton, I was so nauseous by like episode 2.
Is it kind of like
It gives me
their
a
voice
headache.
is like a funhouse mirror of
Yeah,
English?
that's
Is that what's
such
going on?
A good way of explaining it. Yes, but it's only certain types of British accents. Like if it's very proper, I hate it. But Skins is like a little grimy, a little bit more like
Little
this.
Cockney.
Yeah, so I don't know, for some reason like that's easier for me to like comprehend.
It's
and,
like that much different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, all that to say, when I hear his music, I'm like, oh my God, this reminds me of Skins. Like I wish I was on Molly right now.
So I didn't really watch Skins, but I just the feeling that I got from that show was that it was like very edgy,
Very drug heavy.
Yeah, drug heavy, and everyone was young, making mistakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they would go to clubs a lot.
Like it looked fun.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what comes with that lifestyle.
Yeah, and then it's like, wait, that's fucked up. They're like literal children living this lifestyle that most people go through like in their 20s and 30s.
Kind of like Euphoria vibes a little bit,
I
right?
think I would argue Skins is worse.
Yeah, Skins is, but like same concept in the sense that
Yeah,
they're doing
yeah,
drugs,
yeah,
doing
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
they
yeah,
shouldn't
yeah,
be doing.
yeah. But like to the extreme, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And also like
Okay.
romanticizing really fucked up shit. Yeah.
Okay, I might have to give that a watch. I've heard
You
good
should.
things.
I don't know. It's really fucking good. There's a lot of iconic shit about it and stuff that it's like, I've never seen a show do this.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
you and Hunter, just to get back to this, to
Yeah.
put a pin in it.
Yeah.
Are you guys working in? Are you trying to release a project, or have you just been
Just
working
singles.
on singles?
I'm
Yeah.
mostly doing singles right now just because it's expensive. Like, and I don't have the following right now to release a project. Cause so essentially my team in Mexico like wants me to do singles and just give every song a lot of attention. So we just have like more content to spread. And and eventually like once I get my numbers up, then I'll probably start working on a project.
That's cool that you say you have a team. Like that's,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of us out here, it's just like, well, I'm just putting stuff on the internet,
Yeah.
and that's, being in the game a little bit.
Yeah.
You kind of gotta have a team or at least a support network.
It helps a lot. At least a manager, dude. And you
Yeah.
can find them. Just go to go to Columbia
Just
and
find
find
a
a student because they're so thirsty to work. Like,
Mm.
yeah.
Is that kind of like?
That's how I found my
It seems
manager.
like you've had a manager for a bit.
Yeah, since I went to Columbia. And I met her like in a class.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she hadn't even heard my music. She was just really cool, and she was Latina, and she was in music business, and I was like, you would be such a good manager. Like, will you please manage me?
Yeah.
And then she listened to my music, and thank God, like, she loved me, and she fucks with everything I do so heavily, and she really helps me more than anyone. Like, my Mexico team, they kind of just like, they direct me a little bit on like how they think my releases should go, and then a few hookups and like introducing me to like producers and artists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's nothing crazy. Like, they'll help me a little bit with like trying to get playlisted and stuff. But for the most part, like, I do like really a good bulk of my content creation and obviously my songwriting and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
You gotta. I mean, you gotta take it upon yourself if you want to get to
it
where
done.
you
Yeah.
want to go.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you want something done right. Cool, man. Well, I mean, we've been going for a second. I don't know how long.
Wait, yeah.
It's
I'm
been a
so
second,
curious.
but I feel like it's time to, bring it to a close. And
Like-
I have, I feel like unless you want to listen to another track,
Nah,
I feel
I'm
like,
good.
yeah, because we'll have more. But
Yeah.
my wrap up question is basically just, I asked you what your first concert was, but now I want to ask you what the most influential concert that you've already been to or that you've ever been to was.
That's such a good one.
You can take a second. You can think
Well,
about
there's
it.
a few. Is the
Yeah, that's cool.
thing.
Yeah.
Influential, because so like not even like just the
Like,
best, but influential.
Just the ones that affected you, like you came away from it being changed. You were like, wow, okay, there you see things on a different level. Like you're like, wow, I didn't think that was possible. Something that really
yes.
blew
Okay.
you away.
Got you. First one is Mitski.
Mitski.
Yeah.
Why does that sound familiar?
Jerry, you don't know Mitski. I mean, that makes sense. It's like sad girl music as fuck. It's like Phoebe Bridges like genre type.
Okay.
You know, like
Mitski.
your
know
girlfriend
why.
probably knows her.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
she'll come in. I don't think she's here.
Well, Mitski is just like her music is nothing like mine, but her storytelling in her lyrics is just so beautiful. And she headlined at Pitchfork last year. And I know like all her fucking songs. So it was definitely I'll talk about 3. That was one of them. So hers was just like crazy because her music like is not danceable. Like it's not really dancey music, but she had that bitch choreographed. Like she was literally like, I can't explain it. Like her movements, they were kind of like contemporary.
Yeah,
but
like
not,
interpretive dancing.
yeah, a
type
little
of
bit,
deal.
but not in a corny way. Like it was actually so purposeful and like added so much to the experience. Like every little move she did had so much purpose. And she wasn't moving the whole time. Like she just had so much control over her body. Like there were times where she was stone still and like had so much control in her voice. And yeah, that concert, I was just in shambles, like crying. Like it just felt amazing, like seeing her for the first time too. And then the other one was Rosalia, which I don't know if like Zach from our job ever put you on, but we had so many people in the office that were obsessed with her.
Yeah, I think I remember you guys going to the show and you were saying how it was amazing.
Jerry, that was probably actually the best concert I've ever been to because she was dancing. She plays piano. She plays guitar. She can sing her ass off. Like she sings, like when you hear her, it sounds like auto-tune, but you know there's not auto-tune. Like it's just like every note is hit so good. And she's just an amazing performer. And I love she does so many different genres. She does like ballady music and she does like reggaeton type music. Like she's just like she's actually just so influential in my music. And like
I do know her.
okay.
Like I haven't gone deep into her catalog,
Okay.
but I do know her.
But like, dude, her live is crazy. Like she's
And this
just so
was
talented.
House of Blues, right? Or-
No, she was at Aragon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it was still crazy. I think they had to extend the stage a little bit because there's a lot of a lot of dancers and choreography. But fuck, dude, it was so crazy. Like I still think about that show all the time, and I'm just like, wow. I was so inspired after. I was like, oh my God, I need to choreograph more stuff for my performances. And then
It seems like at least from the two,
yeah,
that you're impressed by the fact that they're doing so much on stage and then also have like the lung capacity.
yes, yes,
keep going.
definitely. Well, yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
that's the craziest thing for me. And with Mitski, it's like I learned so much because I always thought like, oh, this is a boring song. Like I can't move for it. Like, how are they gonna? Because like when you go to a show, Jerry, like, like when you see live bands, are you listening to their lyrics? No, right? Like you normally can't probably even hear what they're saying.
Yeah, it depends on the venue. But
yeah.
I would just say I don't know if I'm blessed or cursed with just listening to the music first. That's
Yeah.
I just like I don't know. It's hard for me to hear lyrics. Like if I listen to a rap song, it depends who's rapping, but most of the time I'm like, oh, this beat's cool.
Yeah, it has
And
to be
then I'll-
very, very clear speaking, or like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of out of the ordinary for someone to like
That's-
be able to hear like all the lyrics, you know.
Yeah.
So Mitski taught me so much in like being able to like use your body so that people are forced to like hear the words. Because there were a few songs of hers that she did that I didn't know, and I literally heard every lyric because of like the way she was moving. So that was kind of like mind blowing for me. I was like, damn, I never thought about performing like that. But yeah.
I mean, I feel like that also is just like I'll just give a nod to the sound guys too. That they did a good job at a festival like Union Park, right?
Yeah. She had the
yeah.
best sound. Everyone else was like, the sound was eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird park. If you're from Chicago, you might know.
I mean, outdoor festivals are just fucking hard.
Is that Andy?
Yes.
Hello. Andy, we're almost done. If you want to shut the door, that would be fantastic, and then we'll be out soon. Thank you. Okay. The third concert.
Oh, fuck. I actually don't remember it anymore. It's okay.
No,
It's
I'm just
okay.
kidding.
But
Two is great.
I want to know yours though.
Wow. I mean, mine is like kind of a hot take in the sense that it's just the person that was performing the concert is now, under fire. Yeah.
It's okay.
Like,
I won't judge you.
No, it's fine. I just like, I got into Bass Nectar and
Oh,
like,
I didn't even know that they had weird stuff with them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, you can look it up. But
it was Bass Nectar.
But yeah, so like I've been to a bunch of his shows. Not like some people were like cult level, like into it. But for me, it was just like the person that I thought was doing like really cool stuff. And the level of like community at his shows was just like dope. And I also got into his music with a bunch of my friends from here, so it was just like something that we were into together. And we would like travel like to Nashville or whatever. We saw him at Red Rocks, which was sick.
Oh, it's dope.
So I would say like one of those shows was just really special, but I feel conflicted about it now because of the allegations against him. I'm just like, those concerts will always have a very
and
very
it sounds
special
like
place.
it was your experience there, like that.
Yeah.
That doesn't take away from like the connection you had with the community and like
for sure.
I mean, it's conflicting sometimes. Like with the music, it's like damn, and that's a whole other hot take. Like how can we appreciate music and like take that away from like the creator of it? And I think everyone is different in what their boundaries are. I'm sure everyone likes at least one artist that had some kind of fucked up past. Hell no. Yeah, you know what I mean though?
Yeah,
like,
no, I mean I could name a bunch.
Yeah. And I think everyone has it. So I feel like there's empathy.
It's just unfortunate that like if I told someone just on paper, like, oh, my favorite concert was this Bass Nectar concert,
right? But
it
then
would be easy to judge. But yeah, that's the thing is like, I just wish I didn't have to explain.
Yeah.
Because it has that baggage now.
That's fair.
But anyway.
Yeah. Well, same with Rosalia. Like
Really?
Yeah, she's got some haters too. Like she's like
if
a white
big,
span.
you got haters. Let's
That
be
part.
real.
That part.
Yeah.
I don't know about Misky. I think she keeps it so low profile that she probably doesn't have anything on her, but
She's chill.
she's very low profile. She doesn't even have social media.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
she's fucking
impressive.
lit. I love her.
I
Like
hope
Frank Ocean, too.
Yeah.
They're only not controversial because we don't know about them.
We have no idea. They could be doing the most like horrific
You know
stuff.
what
We're
I
just like, we
mean?
love them.
Exactly.
They're the best.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's the case. Probably for the better if you're not on social media, because like that is just this
Absolutely. I'm
distorted
jealous of them.
funhouse mirror.
I'm jealous that they can do that.
Yeah.
That's like crazy.
I hope one day, it'll be cooler to just be like, yeah, I don't really fuck around with that. Or something.
I think
don't know.
it'll get to that point.
There's cycles, right?
Yeah.
So maybe,
Yeah.
who knows? Just like the blue check mark being just like not cool right now.
Yeah.
Like you're cool if you don't.
Oh,
have one. That's what I say
God.
at least. All right. Well, Mila, thank you so much for coming on the show. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you.
I would like to, give you the opportunity to just tell people where they can find you and any shout outs if you want to throw them out there. We've shouted out a few people already, but just in case there was like, yo, I got to send love. I got to pour one out for whoever.
Well, everyone that I mentioned that I've been working with, I guess shout out Chiona, shout out Hunter, shout out Kali, who did like my visuals and my production. But yeah, you can find me on every streaming service, pretty sure. I don't know if Dexter is still out, but
At
Mila La Morena.
Okay,
yeah, I think all my socials are Mila La Morena. So like my TikTok and if you really want to follow my Twitter, you can, but I don't be tweeting, so I wouldn't. Just follow me on everything else. Follow me on Spotify, dude. People don't realize like following artists on Spotify actually like supports the fuck out of them and helps them a lot, like to get on playlists and stuff. So don't be forgetting that. And yeah,
That's real.
thank you so much, Jerry.
Yeah,
thank you
of
so
course.
much, Ryan.
Yes.
You're the GOAT.
Ryan, thank you, dude. We appreciate
Yeah.
it. Guys, we love you and we will see you in the next episode.
Late.
Later.